while we wait for the roast, we can make this Armenian rice pilaf. It's very similar to any rice dishes or any like a steamed rice. It's very similar to that, except this is made with noodles, well, string noodles anyway, egg noodles, butter, chicken broth. You can have vegetable broth if you're a vegetarian, rice, of course. So we're gonna make one for a cup of rice, which will serve about 4 people, 6 people, depends on how much rice you eat. Well, I don't know whether I've told you guys, but I'm Philippine, and in my country, you know, we eat rice, like a lot of rice, and a cup of rice is not going to be enough for a family. It'd probably be like 6 cups of rice will be what they're going to be making for the day. Anyway, we're only going to make a cup of rice. All right, so we're going to start by putting the oven on medium. This is going to melt the butter, and we're also going to cook the noodles with the butter. So it's about 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. And I have already rinsed this rice. It's a long grain rice. This one is a Carolina rice, long grain, and a lot of people uses. You can use any other rice. You know, it will be the same method. But long grain rice is very nice. It has that nutty flavor, and it's not too mushy and not too skinny. It's just right. So we've always used Carolina rice, but of course you can use any other type of rice. So what you do with the rice is rinse it, you know, until the cloudy water is gone. So I just run it over the water, and I just keep shaking it and shaking it like this, and until the water is pretty much clear, what's coming down from the strainer. So this is already rinsed and you know, almost done with the dripping. So what we're gonna do is gonna put this egg noodle, gonna crush it a little. So that's a handful, and maybe another handful. It's kind of about the same amount as the bottom, you know, the bottom of the pan. So that's about it. Okay, and we're gonna just cook the noodles until it gets a bit brown or lightly brown. I don't know whether there is a recipe out there with the Armenian pilaf, rice pilaf, but you know, the family would make it, and that's just how you're going to learn it. The same way with the Filipino people, you know, the only way you're gonna make a really good rice is just by watching your mother, your father, your grandmother, in this case, grandmother, you know, to cook the rice. So it's kind of sizzling right now, which is nice. So We're going to brown it a little bit. Can't really brown it too fast, you know, because then you're going to be rushing yourself and the noodle is not going to cook right. So this is going to give it a little bit more of a flavoring also because of the brown butter and the brown noodles. Oh, it's going to be delicious. And anyway, you can make this without the rice cooker. I know most of the people right now would probably be cooking the rice with the rice cooker. But most Armenian families would be using a pot. And make sure you keep stirring it because it's going to be really quick. And you don't want to burn your butter or your noodles. It's not going to look right and it's not going to taste good too. Okay, so this looks about right. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's brown. Okay, and now we're gonna put the rice. And the same way, you're gonna mix the rice and the noodles together. Just wanna give you an example on how it looks. The rice and the noodles and how brown the noodles and the rice is. Can you see that? Okay. So you're just gonna mix it. Okay, I'm gonna put salt. Pepper. Okay, mix it again. Whoop. I think that is our meat. Okay, so now this is 2 cups of chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth, and you can use any kind of broth. You know, Swanson, collagen, you can use any of them. So, since our meat is done, I'm just gonna make sure that this is going to simmer a little. So let it, when you see it kind of like a little bit of bubbling, then you can close your lid. Okay, so it's probably, yeah, you see, it's getting there. There you go. So now you're gonna close the lid and you're gonna turn the knob to simmer. So you're not gonna open this or look at it or stir it or anything. You're not gonna check it until 20 minutes is done. So make sure it's on a simmer or, you know, like medium low. Yeah, medium low. So, okay. And for 20 minutes. So we're timing this for 20 minutes. This is the rice pilaf. We're going to time it for 20 minutes. You're not gonna open or check it or anything. You're just gonna let it sit there simmering with the lid closed, never to open it. That's the secret. Okay, so we are at 118. Okay, so we're gonna put the temperature up in the thermometer to 130. Okay, so now our next goal is to get the meat temperature to 130 with the oven off. Okay, so we're gonna turn off the oven. Okay, we're going to open the oven a little bit just to check the meat and also just to release some of the heat. Okay, I hope you guys can see that, but you'll see it later. Okay, so we're gonna wait until the temperature to the meat is 130. So we went from cooking the meat from 200 degree oven to get the goal of 118 degree temperature in the meat. Now with the oven off, so we turned off the oven, opened the oven a little bit, and we're going to wait for the temperature in the thermometer to go up, or the temperature of the meat to go up 130. Okay, after that we still have one more thing to do after the 130. So we're gonna wait for our rice to go to 20 minutes. Right now it's 17 minutes. And then we can open the rice and stir it. But before that, no picking and no opening the lid of the pot. Okay, so we're gonna come back in 17 minutes, 16 minutes, and maybe our meat temperature is also to the 130 degrees. All right, I'll see you in a second. Well, not in a second, in minutes. Okay, so we are back, and there's 20 minutes of the rice. So now this is the deal. This is the, we didn't open it, or we didn't pick on, we didn't go in there. So now we're gonna look and see how beautiful that is. All right, and we're gonna stir it. Ooh. See how beautiful that rice is? All right, so now the rice is almost done. Turn it off and close it again. Put the lid back on in the pot, and then this is now gonna be just 15 minutes, or it's gonna be ready when your other food is ready. So 15 minutes after, it's ready to serve the rice. Okay, so that's the rice pilaf.